In a world where our friends call us not us, united, and our enemies call us midnight rain, two dudes must learn to podcast as the Fremen do in order to survive the desert planet of endless content. We don't care how many enemies we have. They'll never be prepared for us. Not us, united. I was just making a joke. I won't ever make it again.
Good. Never make any more jokes.
Okay.
It's going to be a really not funny podcast.
You know what's not a joke?
This podcast?
That Dune 2 trailer.
Oh, did you watch it?
Yeah.
Of course.
That's all I'll say.
I'm surprised. I texted you and I saw a picture of Muad'Dib just jumping with his double little knives and stabbing it.
Some crisp hooks.
Yeah,
or whatever.
You know, whatever. We know Dune. And you're like, oh, did the trailer come out today? I'm like, I knew the trailer came out today. I
knew it was coming out. I was waiting. I thought when you sent the photo that you had watched the trailer.
No, I never watched trailers.
Well, that's not 100% true.
I've never seen a trailer in my life.
That's not 100% true.
And so I'm just surprised there wasn't like a big clock on your wall, just like counting down the seconds.
I know. I need to figure out if there's like a widget on my phone that says like
Dune trailer.
65 days or something, just like 64 days.
That'd be cool. Yeah, like said like a personal countdown timer on your.
I need it.
Yeah.
I won't get into specifics, but it looks like
the appetizer.
They aren't changing anything. Like it looks like a perfect continuation, and I'm ready.
Good.
I'm excited to see if Hans Zimmer can outdo himself, because the music used in the trailer was the same from the first one.
Which is still pretty good.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it was great.
Whoa, Nick, why'd you put Dune on? Why did you just put the soundtrack to Dune on? That's weird.
But
that's really weird. I'm the funny one right now because you can't make any jokes.
That's true. You are the funniest. We've established that from the get-go, though.
Oh, thank you.
I will say you're the most wild card funny.
Yeah.
Like, your highs, I'll never be able to achieve.
No, but my lows, you will also never be able to
your
achieve.
lows are rough. I'm just kind of like consistent.
Yeah, that's right. That's what this podcast needs. One guy who never knows what he's gonna say,
shoots a shot, and then there's the guy just, hey,
it's consistent.
I'm ready for like a 6 out of 10 joke right here.
I'm ready for either a 1 or a 10. That's all I got.
Sometimes they're both, and that's when it's confusing for me. So I'm just like, wow,
that was hilarious.
How can it be
also
that bad, but so good? That's you, man.
That's great. That's encouraging. I think that's encouraging.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take the good with the bad.
Well, I hope you're more encouraged, because tonight we're gonna do something a little special.
Yeah, I'm gonna be encouraged. I'm nervous.
We'll see. I thought it would be fun for, people kind of get to know us on the podcast through what we say, in the podcast.
Yeah.
But I'm curious on if they could know more about the man.
Yeah.
The myth.
Yeah.
The legend.
Wow.
Michal
Levi's
Zavala.
not here. Oh, okay.
Yeah, since Levi had to fly back, you were my second choice. And no, I just thought it'd be funny to like actually ask you questions not pertaining to a specific movie that we just watched. But what if I asked you like overall questions? And yeah, they'll probably pertain mostly to the topics we discuss in this podcast. But who knows? Maybe I'll throw a little curveball at you, and I want to see you dance.
Thank you. And this is also over text where Nick just says, "Don't even watch a movie this week. I'm going to ask you questions." And I'm like, "Okay, cool. So then I'll ask questions. And I'll ask you questions."
No.
And you said, "No, I am asking you questions. This is the way." And then we said, "This is the way" a few times to each other because you don't want to not say.
You don't want to be the last person to say this is the way.
No, you want to be the last person.
No.
Wait, you were the last person to say this is the way.
Well, that's because of the camera cut. So we don't know who the last person was, but you never want to be the last. You just have to keep saying this is the way.
Nice. So I'm nervous.
Why?
You didn't let me prep anything.
I mean, that's fake. Preparation is being fake.
You could have at least said like, I'm gonna ask maybe a few of these, and then throw like, oh, what's your favorite?
Well, I'm not gonna
goldfish?
ask you like an inappropriate question.
Well, I know that, Nick.
Okay.
Nick, I know that.
We're a very appropriate podcast.
Yeah, we're a PG podcast, except when we aren't.
Yes, perhaps.
So do you know how many questions you've?
It's gonna range. It depends on how good you are at answering.
Great.
So
is it a 5-minute podcast?
Yep. Yep. There are people out there that are like, yes, no, yes, sometimes. And it's just like, okay, that wasn't a conversation, but you did get through 5 questions.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to ask you open-ended questions.
Okay.
So you have to answer them somewhat lengthy.
Yes.
But I would say anywhere between 5 and 20 questions.
Great.
We'll see what we got.
I'm ready.
Okay.
So what are you calling this?
What am I calling this?
Yeah.
The Most Interesting Man podcast.
Wow, Dos Equis.
Yeah, because you're very interesting, and I'm excited to mine just a little bit of that ore that you got in there.
I feel so honored. I feel so special.
I'm glad.
Thank you, Nick.
Okay, so starting with question number 1.
Okay.
These are completely made up.
What do you mean they're made up?
I didn't prepare anything.
Oh, this is on the spot too?
Yeah.
Oh, great. I love this.
But you'll never know. But I told you. But we'll see. Okay. Michael.
Okay.
You are stranded
on
an island that has an endless board game shelf.
Wow. Okay.
With all of the board games you could ever think of. But there's a catch. You can only play one. And there is a celebrity that will play that game with you.
Whoa.
What are they? Both.
Wait, okay. Hold on. So basically you're saying there's an endless bookshelf.
You have an infinite choice
thank you.
Of board games.
Because you just said I have an endless shelf, but you can only pick one. So basically you're saying bring one board game with you.
Sorry. Okay. There is a library, but you can only check out one game.
Okay.
So you see all of them. You're like, this is great.
Oh,
but I only can pick one to play with this celebrity.
So even if when I pull one down, I can still look at every game.
You could look at them, but you would not have access to them.
That's worse.
Because you're playing the one game with
That's the worst thing in the world.
Well, no, you have all your... You could put it back, I suppose, but I want you to pick
You could put it back and still look at it. Look
at
everything else.
You know what I mean. You're picking out one game to play with a celebrity.
Okay.
Damn, nitpicking my freaking... Who gets interviewed and goes, what the frick?
This guy. This 1 out of 10 or 10 out of 10 guy, depending on the context.
Who do you think is the best celebrity to board game with, and what game would you play with?
Paul Rudd.
Phew. Fast choice.
Yeah.
But also, all right.
I would do Paul Rudd.
Okay.
And I would play... The thing is, so we're stuck... Okay, so...
He has to play with you no matter what.
Cool.
So you can either just beat the crap out of him.
Oh, no, Paul Rudd will play.
Yeah.
So, are we stuck in here forever? It's just me and Paul Rudd we're going to play, and then does he disappear, or am I still stuck on the island?
Yeah, you're only playing games with Paul Rudd, but what's the one game?
And we have to play it until we're free at some point in time.
Sure, yep.
It's got to be a long game then, for me.
Sure.
So, and it's got to be a pretty complicated...
Very crunchy.
It's Twilight Imperium, baby.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I still need to play that game with you.
Yeah. Well, guess what? We got to go on a desert island.
That would be fun.
I picked this game. I picked this game because it's huge and it's complex and there's a lot of stuff going on and there's every game you play is a little different and you got different factions, you got different things like that. And
is it a forgiving game? If somebody you're playing with kind of makes a mistake, are you effed?
Depends on kind of probably the context.
Okay.
But no. Because it's just so long. But also, if it feels like it's not really a great 2-player game, you can play with, each person has, 2 factions and stuff. So you can kind of mix around with that. I just felt like I went with the biggest game I could think of and something I wouldn't get tired of very easily and that would take a long time.
Paul Rudd would have a blast.
Oh, Paul
And you could
Rudd
have him
would
shrink
have a
to
blast.
Ant-Man and maybe, battle the ships.
Whoa.
At
So
the
what we're
same
saying,
size.
so he can shrink? And so
Sure.
then that's probably very helpful on an island.
Yeah, that could be.
Wow. So I got Paul Rudd and Ant-Man. Cool. So I can't ask any questions back, can I?
I know you really want to, because like deep down you're like, I want to include Nick, but this is you, man.
Okay.
If you really want to do another episode where I'm interviewed, sure, whatever.
I do.
But you don't have to.
Okay.
And this is unconditional love from a boy.
Wow.
And I just want to know more about you.
Thanks, man.
And I like being the man of mystery.
Whoa.
Because people hear this like deep, like buttery chocolate voice.
Yeah.
Is what it sounds like. It just sounds like melted chocolate.
People tell me Chocolate Rain is on the podcast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like the Phantom of the Opera, like, in your furnace. You know? I'm in the vent too.
Ooh, don't look behind you.
But I don't want you to find me.
Aaron, don't look at your vents because Nick's in them.
Anyway, I like to keep myself a little secret.
Cool.
But if you want to ask me questions eventually, sure.
I will. I will ask you.
Not during this episode.
I will ask you no questions during this podcast.
Good.
And I will ask you a question.
You've already asked me like 3.
I know.
You've actually asked me more questions than I've asked you, and it's your interview. Okay.
That's a great question. I like that.
Thank you. These are still going to be mostly movie
entertainment.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
But I like how you started our movie podcast with a board game question. I respect that.
I mean, our love for board games, I think, is what first brought us together.
Yeah, I sent you the first thing I said. I sent you a picture of my board game library, and then you're like, "Dang, dude," and you were very impressed.
I was like, "Dang, you up still? Like, we playing?
Where we dropping, boy?
Coming over, for sure." And I don't know if those hobbies go hand in hand, but we have a movie theater locally here that literally has a board game store across from a theater.
Yeah.
And so I always like to go like 20 minutes early, walk through everything. Just like, oh, this is fun. I also like as much as I love film and like just being in a story, and I do like doing that with other people there, I will say like board games is like the equivalent of like breaking bread with people. Like I'm going to get to know them more
than going to a movie.
Than just going to a movie with them. So, anyway. Okay. Enough about me.
Yeah, come on. Man of mystery.
Jeez. Okay. Second question.
Okay. All right. Oh, sweet Nick.
Okay. Best on-screen mount.
Mount?
As in like
a horse?
Like some sort of
on.
Yes, like a horse. Could be one, but like
on like a bike.
No, has to be a living creature.
Okay.
The best mountable living creature on screen.
Oh, okay. Not like the best way that someone got onto a mountable.
No.
Because the answer is Legolas in
100%.
The
yeah.
Two Towers.
Like that's just too easy.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
What is the best rideable?
Well, it's the non-existent dragon in Avatar 2.
The first one, that's a pretty good dragon.
The second one,
you would have been a lot better in the second one. Could have been helpful. Say your actual answer?
No.
Are you joking? Okay.
No, that's ridiculous. I wouldn't. Why would I ever say something from Avatar 2?
A dragon that can just leave whenever it wants.
A dragon that's not even here. So it has to be like some kind of like animal that you can kind of like.
Yeah, and do your best to like not ask me questions. Just like do your best to like answer it.
This is why we can't be famous, because if we ever do like interviews, I'll be like, "Oh, that's cool. What do you think? What would you do?"
No, yeah.
What would you want to do?
Yeah. Gosh, we need to be much more conceited. Like just think about ourselves.
So I have to think about like dragon comes to mind. Obviously.
Yeah, what's the best dragon then on screen?
Probably like Smaug.
Ooh.
Right? If we're not doing like Game of Thrones.
But is he technically rideable?
Oh.
Have you? Okay. I thought he was like very sluggish and couldn't
but like
fly.
I could do it.
Oh, he can't even fly? I can totally hop on. Wait, what? Right? He can't fly, right? Because he's all like he's just kind of rotted.
No, because if we're talking peak Smaug.
Oh, like the original,
like OG, because like, and also like he flew.
Yeah, you're right. He flew. Yeah.
Probably like he's probably the most.
What am I thinking of?
You're probably thinking of like you know.
Oh, maybe Dungeons and Dragons.
Probably.
Well, that's not what I'm thinking of,
yeah,
but like there was
like
that fat dragon that couldn't fly.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But probably like dragon. I would probably like fly on a dragon or. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my answer. Smaug.
Dang, Smaug. All right.
Smaug.
With all the Game of Thrones stuff, I thought maybe there was.
Well, this I thought it was just movie.
I just said on screen.
Oh my gosh.
Do you want to do TV?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Smaug is fine.
Okay. Do you want to have a TV and a movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
TV just brings so many more things into it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with another dragon.
Yes. Oh, what other dragon could I be? Nah, let's go something different. I'm gonna go Appa from Avatar.
Great pick.
Yeah.
Appa Yip Yip.
Yeah. Yep.
Heck yeah, dude. Dude, honestly, 10 out of 10 choice.
Thank you.
Great choice.
Good, because excited for that Avatar remake.
If you could own one MCU costume, what would it be?
Oh my gosh.
And before you ask, well, there's certain ones that don't wear costumes. Could I just be Groot? Yeah, you could technically just wear Groot.
So I'd just be naked, or
no? You would just
Groot?
would just be Groot because that's
good.
a superhero. Okay,
I'm good.
Good. Well, that question didn't happen.
That'd be stupid.
But like
My question was
some
more
of them
like,
are.
Is an Iron Man suit count?
Any of them do.
Oh, then yeah, probably Iron Man suit.
Which one? You gotta at least pick the right mark.
I hate like the nanotech, but I'd pick the suitcase.
Oh, dude, suitcase
Yeah,
Iron Man.
I picked the suitcase.
Choice.
Yeah, but nanotech would be cool.
Yeah.
Just because it could be like on my ring and I just go doo-doo-doo.
Yeah.
In like visually, I don't like it, but in actuality, I think it's probably the most.
Yeah, it makes the most sense.
And I could fly and stuff. That's cool. Well, like
suitcase's choice though.
The like practicality, like I love the look of this is like probably like Captain America Winter Soldier. Just because
stealth suit. Wait, what?
Yeah, the like cap suit in.
The one at the beginning when he's like stealthy and doesn't even have like red on his suit, or you mean like
kind of like the it's like the dark blue.
Yeah,
that one.
Dark blue and
is
silver.
that it? Yeah. I like
when
that
he's
suit.
I think he wears that for the majority, and then he switches to his World War II costume.
That's
he has
also
to steal it from
that's
the
also
museum.
a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great Cap.
Yeah.
Movie with not only story but costumes.
Yeah.
Yes. Great choice.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you're pretty fast with these answers.
Yeah.
I guess we are going to be asking a few then. I was like, that's my list. No, I'm just kidding.
You're like, I guess we're going to be, this is the episode.
What is your, I know you've told me you're kind of into Survivor, but like, what is your, like, trashy, what's your most, like...
Oh, dude, I already got to answer this one, too.
Oh, okay.
Finish the question.
What is the word I'm looking for?
Like guilty pleasure show?
Guilty pleasure.
Hell's Kitchen.
Hell's Kitchen with Gordon Ramsay?
Love Hell's Kitchen.
Really?
I was watching it the other day. I'm like, this show is so bad.
Why? Because Gordon Ramsay's awesome?
No, because it's just like, it is just dramatized. And like, I love Gordon Ramsay, but it's definitely like, he has like this character where he's like, I gotta, no, what are you doing? Throw the blah, blah, blah. This is, where's the lamb sauce?
Yeah.
This is rubbish. You like my Gordon
Ramsay
impression?
I do like whenever, I always used to do, this isn't my guilty pleasure, but what's the restaurant one where he like goes to one that's like about to close?
Like the Fixer Upper restaurant.
Yeah, it's like restaurant.
Revival or something like that.
Yeah. He'll go in, he'll be like, make me mac and cheese, and then he's like, he'll like go straight to the camera. Well, this is the worst mac and cheese I've ever eaten.
Nightmare Kitchens?
Maybe that's what it is. And it's like, but, the only way they're going to do this is blah, blah. And it's just like very dramatic and very fast. And it's just like, this feels so rough, man. But God bless you. You made a lot of money. Yeah. And you are hilarious.
I like that. I do love, and I like I like competition shows, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Just the way of like people coming like and competing.
Mhm.
Like I kind of root for people, and that's where I think Survivor's genuinely good.
Yeah.
And there's some amazing moments in that. But like, yeah, anything cooking, I'm like, that's a guilty pleasure for me.
Dude,
I just like
cooking's
watching
legit.
it. I'm just like, oh man,
Great
that's
British
so cool.
Bake Off.
Yeah.
Have you dove into that yet?
Not a little bit, like
Be
that.
careful.
And like,
It's crack cocaine.
Master Chef, and like Iron Chef.
Dude, old Iron Chef, like no English,
hits. Yeah.
slaps.
I love cuisine.
Dude.
Yeah. Anything like food. Like for a long time I got into like diners, drive-ins, and drives. Guy Fieri's show.
Close. Dives.
Yeah. I meant to say all that correctly.
Diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Thank
yes.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Someone's seen the show.
Dude, I guess you've been to Flavor Town a time or two, I guess.
Oh, yeah. I just like, there's a few where it's just like, especially like, for some reason in 2020, I got really into food. Like, that was like the thing. I couldn't even like go to food because everything was closed. But like, finding out like different cuisine, I was like, I'm going to explore it.
Yeah.
And I just visually explored a lot of stuff.
Damn. Nice.
So anything food related is definitely like a guilty pleasure show to
Sure.
watch. Like I'll just throw it on and be like, dude, I don't even care.
Dude.
Like I can't make. I'm like I'm fooling myself to be like I'm getting like inspirational kitchen ideas,
Sure.
but I'm like, man, I just want to watch a dude like make a cool.
Yeah,
sauce.
I mean, sometimes you watch them and they're like, that's kind of helpful, but like the recipes can be just everyone's eyeballing stuff because they've just been around it for so long that you're just looking at a master like understand its craft.
And they're like, oh, I made like a celery root puree. I'm like, great, I made that.
Hey, cool.
And I was like, okay. Cool.
Yeah, it's never as cool as when people are getting acclaimed for it on TV.
And like, oh, and I'm like, I want to plate very well and like get your spoon down and like slap it on there and be like, oh man, I made this circle. I like looked up videos on how to plate. I did it. I'm like, cool. I'm just gonna eat this now.
Cool, I did it. Did you ever watch the movie Burnt?
Yeah, great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one where I'm like,
oh no, wait, I didn't see Burnt. I thought
that's the
I
Bradley
saw
Cooper
scenes
one.
of it. I saw the scene where it's like the waitress got like the waitress got like yelled at by like the customer, and Bradley Cooper comes out and is like, blah,
you should
blah,
watch
blah,
that because it's like the best of both worlds, where it's like getting the acclaim, but also like falling in love with what you do.
Yeah, that's like Chef to me.
Mm-hmm.
I love.
Oh,
that
Chef,
movie.
yeah, Chef's a good one. And he has a good show on Netflix where
I've been watching that one too. Yeah, dude, it's food. I'm on there. I'm watching anything about food.
Dang, is this like ships and Star Wars? Because this is good.
No, man, I love like there was this one. It was a Netflix one. It was like specifically like Asian street food. And they were like talking about like these ramen shops in Japan and like this Michelin star like Thai restaurant that's just like $2 a plate because it's just like she makes like awesome food, but it's not crazy expensive because it's just like here's like my noodle recipe that I've been like making for generations.
Ramen's a wild dish because like I was introduced to it the like American version,
right?
But I want to get into ramen, but it scares the crap out of me because it's like it's just like boiling lava hot and then it's destroyed if you don't eat it fast enough. It's a very volatile food experience.
Scares me. There's like a billion different ramens you can have.
Sure,
there's so many different ways.
It's scary, it's intimidating.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah,
you know what, I'm gonna take a step
and
I'm gonna go try some ramen soon.
Oh, cool. Have you been to a ramen spot? Like,
no.
Well, there's one in town.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are they open?
I wasn't expected to be held accountable this way, but yes, let's go do it right now. But after this interview.
Okay, sounds good.
Perfect.
I am a little disappointed that I'm not eating any hot wings right now. I will say.
Ooh, that's true. That feels a little too close to the show Hot Wings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we didn't say it right, but
Hot Ones?
Yeah. But I think we could have been like, hey, let's just do that, but not
We're
say it.
going to eat straight hot sauce.
Yeah.
No chicken. Yeah, we'll have to do that.
I just want to do that for fun.
Yeah.
I just want to see my spice tolerance.
I just would never want to record because, like, what if it's that bad and I'm just going to die?
I want to, though.
I know, but I don't want to record my death.
Well,
if it's for the pod, gotta get them likes. Fair. Okay.
Okay, what's your next question?
I've been thinking about this for a few seconds now, and
Are you out?
no, I'm just screwing around. This is a good conversation. Let's see here.
Padding for time. You were improv in high school. I can talk more about food if you want.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
If you were to replace me on the podcast,
No one.
hear me out. No, it's okay. Some falling through, let's say, like, my
Impossible.
dying wish was like, don't stop doing Not Us United. Find someone else. But it had to be someone that... I have another good question after this.
Okay.
But this is the one. But it had to be someone from a movie that I really liked.
Domino Gleason.
Thank you for saying that.
Or
It
Paul
wasn't
Rudd.
even what I was trying to get, but I would be so happy if you got Domino Gleason on here.
Well, if it's your dying wish, then you would send your will to Domino Gleason. He's like, I accept.
They'd probably
This
be
is
like,
the way.
I accept.
Oh, accept. And then my voice would change because I've listened to him so much. I'd be like, oh yeah, I accept. Oh, it's about time.
I volunteer as tribute.
Oh, it's about time you got me on the podcast. something, Deus Ex Machina, other Domino Gleason movies. I'm Domino Gleason. This is probably what he sounds like in real life.
I hope so.
Liverpool.
You could have also... Colin Farrell would have been a good pick.
Nah.
Okay. All right, so here's my next one.
No, here's my list. Sorry, I'm going back on that question. It's Domino Gleason, Robert Pattinson,
Ooh, okay.
Timothy Chalamet,
Wow.
and then I don't know. That's it. That's all I got.
Not the guy that I also named that you could put on the list. Fair enough.
No.
No. Okay. Is there a movie or TV show now that you're married that was something that was not particularly something you liked or even knew was good, but now...
Like through the lens of marriage?
Well, no, like specifically, is there something that she likes that now you like?
Well, this was before marriage, but Survivor was definitely one of those things.
Okay. Survivor.
Where, like, I watched... She showed it to me, and I liked it. And I was never really interested in Survivor because I thought, what's so cool about it? They're like these people on this island, and that's it. And
Yep.
so, but finding out more about it and watching it, I was like, wow, this is great. To the point where she left for, like, she went on a trip, on a mission trip for about a month. And right when we really started watching Survivor. And so I watched it without her a lot. And that's when I knew I liked it because, like, she wasn't there, and
Yeah.
I watched it.
Okay.
And so that's my answer is Survivor.
Okay.
But since we've gotten married, we haven't watched a lot of stuff.
Okay.
It's been a very busy few months.
The only reason I'm asking is, like, there's my favorite movie, but then there's, like,
Our favorite
movie or
Yeah.
like things that it's just like comfort for the two of you that
Mhm.
maybe wouldn't have been like yours to begin with, but
Yeah.
now is or something. So I was just curious.
Yeah. Well, I guess there's another answer to that. It's Lost. The TV show
yeah.
Lost.
Because she purposely waited
She
to watch
purposely
that.
waited
yeah.
to watch it. So this is an interesting story where both of us watched it in middle school and, like, really enjoyed it. That was, like, for me, that was, like, the first show that I would watch with my whole family. And it was, like, right when Netflix was really going on. And so, like, we would get, like, buffering speeds that sucked. And so we would have to, like, wait a while and then, like, have it load sometimes. And our internet was, like, awful. Netflix was not great when it first started streaming.
Yeah.
And so that was, like, definitely a memorable experience. And, like, that show is just, like, so bingeable.
Sure.
Because you just, like, watch and you're like, what the heck's going to happen next, man?
Whoa, are they going to still be
Whoa.
lost?
You tell me they're lost on this island? You tell me there's ships in Star Wars and you're lost on this island? and
You're
so...
the best.
Thanks, buddy. I'll never replace you with Domhnall Gleeson, even if he called me and said, "Oi, it's about time I get on the podcast.
You're right, foul git.
You're out for get me on this podcast." I'm like, never. My best friend Nick is on this podcast, and only if you paid me $1 billion.
And then Rob Pattinson calls you and Nirvana comes on, just like,
something in the way. Get me a gun.
that's the thing. I am the night. You're just like, okay, you're hired.
You're hired. Sorry, Nick. You're like, I totally agree.
He's vengeance. You got him.
And so Grace also watched it and had like a memorable experience with her family, and she kind of made this rule where she would not watch it again until she was married.
Because then she could make memories with people that maybe
memories,
not.
new memories, and so like she didn't want to watch it with someone and have it like kind of like taint the memory of the show.
Sure, that's really interesting.
Yeah, and so we started watching it, and I'm like, man, this show's pretty great. I like this show a lot. Even like seeing it, I just forgot a lot of it. But as it's happening, I'm like, oh, I remember this now. And I remember, the ending's fine for me. I'm like, I didn't hate it. Nor did I really understand it. Who knows?
Can't hate what you don't understand.
Yeah. That's why I love Inception.
Let's go.
And so, watching it again has been really fun. That's been really sweet.
Dude, great answers.
Thank you.
You're killing it.
Great questions.
Thanks, man.
Not what I thought what I was getting into, but I like it.
See, we're just vibing, bro.
Yeah, dude.
It's just a vibe.
Yeah, dude.
You know?
It's sad, dude.
You're Grogu. I'm Mandalorian. You know? You're just floating on air, walking around.
Yes.
You're a puppet, you know, and
I'm your puppet right now.
I'm just here to. This is
pull
the way.
The strings.
This is the way. All right. I think this is. We're reaching our final two questions.
Okay.
My penultimate question would be: is there a movie or a show that you wish you could have just changed some aspect of it to make it a masterpiece?
Oh, man. That's a hard question.
Because there's like, we watch a bunch of movies and it's like, hey, they probably could have done this and this, but like, we didn't necessarily need it to be a masterpiece. But is there one that you're like, God, I love this show, or God, I love this movie,
but one
I just wish.
Oh man! See, this is why you got to prepare me. I'm gonna give a bad answer.
No, I mean, there's always the Game of Thrones answer. So if there's not,
I don't know. That had a lot of things going on.
I know, but you could like fix them.
But if I could change one thing,
well, okay, I don't know. The one thing you could change is the final season.
Here's off the top of my head, because
it's okay.
Off the cuff.
Good.
The one thing I would change is, I would change the Star Wars sequels. The Star Wars. And the one thing I would change is that I would just have it. I would just not have. Well, I guess I would do two things. I would not have the New Order, and I would just have way more Jedi than just Rey.
Okay.
Like I would set it like 100 years in the future. Don't care about the sky, or don't care about like Luke.
So there would be
later.
Bad guys, but maybe not like an empire.
It's not the Empire. It's not no connection to that. It's just like, hey, we have like 10 Jedi.
Okay.
That honestly,
just a ragtag
just
Jedi.
And keep Rey, keep Poe, keep Finn, keep all those people, but just have like.
What about Ben Solo?
Yeah, sure, why not? It's
just
like
maybe not Ben
generation.
Solo.
Yeah, it's just like generational. Like it's like 100 years on, and then you can play with 100 years in between. But like, that's my go-to. Like, I wish that could be changed, and I would like to have a big dragon in Avatar 2.
Ooh.
Also in Star Wars.
Amen.
Also a big dragon
Both.
in Star Wars.
Well, they kind of did with the Mandalorian.
Yeah, big old Sarlacc pit, you know.
Sarlacc pit eating thing.
Let me see if I can think of anything else. I would have Paul Rudd on this podcast instead of Nick. I would have
You're insane.
yeah, I am insane. 'Cause that's the stupidest thing I've ever said in my life.
It's okay.
I would
It's not the stupidest thing you've ever said.
I don't know, man. I'm trying to think of other things. I think here's one. Dark Knight Rises. I think
just have it not exist.
no, I think that is a great movie. I
It is.
do really like it. I think the last 10 minutes isn't great.
Yeah. The bomb plot's
plot.
rough.
I think the bomb. I think if
Yep.
you change the bomb, I think it's a lot better.
Mm-hmm. The hard part was always going to be if Bane can just do that to Batman, how does he bounce back?
Mm-hmm.
And what would keep Bane?
I think in a
there?
perfect world, the movie as is, that's what I would change. But in a perfect world, I would have Heath Ledger come back as Joker.
Mm-hmm.
And be
And just not do Bane at all.
Yeah, probably. There was an original plan. I would just like to have the original plan.
Got it.
Yeah.
So was it just going to be like an overrun city again or something? Or
I
what
think
was
so.
that? Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, those movies were good though.
Yeah. I remember being really hard on Dark Knight Rises, but it was really good watching it again.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think for the most part, I kind of enjoyed that we got to spend as much time with Batman as we did in that one because the villains were so good in the first and second one that you're just like, I'm glad Batman gets to be a supporting actor in his movie, but I'm like, what's he up to? And so I felt like Bane is still a great villain, but that plot just wasn't quite, especially after The Dark Knight.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
Okay.
this is the...
Give me no, hold on. I'm looking. Just make some nice quick talk. I'm looking at movies that I've rated, and maybe there's something I want to change.
Oh, sure. So I make absolute I've got this banger snack that I've been making lately.
Oh, please.
Got really good 21 grain whole grain bread, all natural peanut butter, cut up half a banana,
Wow.
sprinkle on some honey, put the other piece of bread on, num num.
That sounds delicious.
It's quite good.
Honey, peanut butter, and banana?
Yep.
I like that.
The honey and the peanut butter the honey and the banana make it so the peanut butter is thick but doesn't like make everything all gummy and just sticky and just gross.
Yeah.
It's just really nice.
I like that.
It's
That
really
sounds delicious.
really gotten me through a couple lunches lately. You know what I mean? What? You ever eat a sandwich for lunch?
Yeah.
It's good.
It's just like...
It's good stuff.
It's just like... Oh, man, that's really got me through, like, tough times, like, this really, like, rough patch or whatever. It's just like, nah, that, like, literally...
No, dude, like, the problem was...
I was hungry?
Am I gonna have lunch? And the answer was
Yeah.
this sandwich.
Yeah.
Did I cover enough time for you?
Yeah, I'm not gonna... I'm good.
Okay, good.
I just want to hear more about your sandwich. Dude, if you could have... Yeah. Oh, wait, I can't ask you a question.
You're
I can't
damn
ask
right
you-
you can't. Cut it out. Jeez.
Do you toast it?
I feel like quit asking questions. I feel like I've got you down on a surgeon table, and I'm just like, bro, let me care for you. And you're like, but I just could. I was like, shut up and let me love you. Okay.
This is your last-
Final question.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yeah. You have to put you and me in a movie.
Wow.
What movie are we going to be put into, and what characters are we going to be?
So an existing movie or like one that we make up?
Nope. Existing movie, and we have to be those existing characters.
Harold and Kumar go to White Castle.
Oh, come on. God dang it. That is so unsatisfying of an answer. But also, I get it.
You could ask me for 1,000 years why that popped into my head, but I just want to go.
You just want to eat burgers with me in a movie?
Yeah.
Great. Damn, what a finale.
No, let me think for a second.
Nope.
No,
that's
hold
your
on.
answer.
Hold on.
That's your gut, man.
Hold on.
You let the food do the talking.
I guess that's why we were talking about food. I just want to go on an adventure, be like, oh, we want to go to this place, and crazy things happen.
'Kay.
But in the end, we get tiny little mediocre burgers at a fast
I
food
just want to go
restaurant.
on an adventure with my best friend. to a burger joint.
Yeah.
All right.
It's the simple things.
It's true. It just seems like something we could achieve like right now if we really wanted to.
Yeah, we're going to go to the ramen shop.
Fair enough.
No, it's just like, I feel like this is going to get more philosophical than I've thought. But like in college, you could just be like, it could be like right now. It could be like 11 p.m. and you're like, you want to go to McDonald's?
Oh, 100%.
And you just could go. No problem. No
So
whatever.
you would rather not just do that. You'd rather do a movie where we would do that.
Yeah, but like crazy things happen.
Sure.
Yeah, like
Sure.
I forgot what happens, but like
Probably. Yeah. Probably some stuff.
yeah.
All right.
No.
What an answer.
My real answer is
No, it's not.
Godzilla versus Kong,
Oh,
and I'm Godzilla.
damn it. No. Beautiful.
And you're King Kong,
All right, I'll take it.
and we fight.
Damn. Damn, these answers are it, man.
You weren't saying that like 30
I was
seconds
just,
ago.
they're very unexpected.
What did you want me to say? Oh, we're Lord of the Rings, and I'm Frodo, and you're Samwise, and oh,
we like care about each
Oh,
other and eat bread.
what? That's what we're gonna do in Harold and Kumar. That's when we go to White Castle.
Which is like, why didn't you just pick
That's all I
these?
want, dude. That's all I want. I just want to hang out with my buddy and eat burgers. That's all I want. Is that so hard?
Respect.
Is that so
Respect it.
hard?
No. I love it. Great answer. I feel like we've gotten to know you a little bit more.
What did you find out about me tonight? Sorry that I asked a question.
I found out that you are, like, that energy that Matthew McConaughey has, where it's just kind of like, why are you saying these things? Whenever I'm just like, what did you watch? And you're like, oh, dang, dude, Survivor, man. And like, I'm just like, oh, that's not what I would have thought. All right.
All right.
There's just, you are unshakable. You're an immovable object.
That's right.
And never change.
Thank you.
Because you are a concoction of many different funny things. I respect it.
Thank you.
You're like a Bloody Mary. Just like, wait, am I having vegetable juice and alcohol? And you're like, num num.
Num num, dude. Thank you. That's all I could have really asked for.
You got a little bit of this. Very perfectly balanced.
As all things should be.
Damn. Thanos. Let's go.
Yeah. Thanos.
I don't know if you'll hear about Michael in any other podcasts, but
I don't think you can.
I don't think you can. But you have heard from him tonight.
Yeah.
Damn it. Not but
Wow.
not Michael United.
That's it. That's what this
We
podcast
did
was. We're changing the podcast name. Not Michael United with myself in questions.
Thank you for sitting in the gauntlet, letting me talk to you.
Thank you for asking questions.
Hey, dude, we all need to start asking more questions, don't
Wow.
you think?
Yes. I was going to ask you a question, but then I couldn't because
As Ted Lasso once said,
I have a mustache.
he has a mustache. As Ted Lasso once said, but it was actually Walt Whitman that said it. Be curious, not judgmental.
That's right.
And I like to be curious with you so that I can be judgmental. Because as long as I know all the stuff, then I know everything.
Yeah.
Then I can take it down.
Do you feel like I'm asking you a question again? Do you feel like I answered the questions to your satisfaction?
Doesn't matter.
Whoa.
But my satisfaction might be based off of like, oh, this is what I would have said.
Yeah.
And that's not you. You're not me.
Whoa.
How could we be not us
Yeah.
united
We're getting there. Yep.
if there isn't us
United.
united?
That's right.
We did it.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
You've just listened to Not Us United. You can find us under Not Us United on Spotify, iTunes, and YouTube. Please leave us a review and consider subscribing to our podcast. You can reach out for future podcast topic suggestions at notusunitedpod@gmail.com.